Include Everyone program, the 40 days 40 fintechs platform aptly provided a setting for the various players and the stakeholders involved in the digital and financial technology to exhibit their products and also share ideas on how people, especially those underserved by the present financial systems, can be brought into the fold. That's what we are going to be maximizing on. A very good morning, Innocent Kawaya. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Romeo. Good morning.
Indeed.
Good
You're
morning.
looking alive and well.
Very alive, thankful to God.
Indeed.
But I would be very glad to start this morning by delivering our condolences to everyone that had lost their friends.
2,164.
Their loved ones. Yeah, the pandemic is a crazy one. It has taken many of our very own. We lost 2 people from our team.
Wow.
So it's a crazy one, but we're thankful to God we're still breathing.
You believe 4 million people have succumbed.
Yeah, sure. So
here we are.
Here
opportunities for the fintechs in the law.
Yeah. Of course, fintech, financial technology to say, is becoming the bread and cake of very many nations and economies. And COVID has only made it better in a way that the communities and economies are better appreciating digitization. High People started 16 years ago, and our core was all about driving a digital agenda of digital innovation, digital inclusion, financial inclusion, and ensuring that the systems and the solutions we offer are secure and safe.
Around 2005.
2005, exactly. We started in Makerere University. I always say that story. So
the brain children.
Yes. And what is happening today is we are speaking about building interoperable digital economies, and we're being supported generously by the likes of the Gates Foundation through its Level 1 project initiative, by Moja Loop Foundation, by Modasbox, Crosslake Technologies, and we have a number of amazing partners, local partners in Uganda, fintechs. Very many of them I would mention, but I would maybe mention a few of them that I've already featured in the second season of 40 Days for the Fintechs. We had Malan Group presenting Yasako on Monday. We have Pebble today, we have Bionic, and we had Sente. These are all amazing fintechs that are innovating to make sure they serve the person at the bottom of the pyramid.
Indeed.
Yeah.
When we talk about financial technology, fintechs, what exactly do we mean? I don't want to lose that viewer who is actually very, very, very keen to know about that.
Yeah, well, financial technology starts way back. In about in about 1995, Bill Gates spoke about banking, saying that banks are not very necessary, but banking is necessary and a must. But around the same time, there was a lot of innovation, things and innovations like Lucre, DigiCash, and all that were innovated to see how money got digitized in America and in some parts of Europe and Australia. The thought was that there was no need of someone carrying 2 kilograms of money like they used to carry heavy gold as reserves. Yet this currency and the digital currency has the same fiat value that when you carry money on your mobile device or on your account and move somewhere safely, you still pay for the same value wherever you go. So innovation started coming up, seeing how people can be able to transfer payments using wire transfers and different other electronic means. But in Africa, a continent that we usually call a mobile only or a mobile fast economy, we call it at High People a mobile only or a mobile fast economy. Why? Because all figures and facts have proven that Africa, through mobile inclusion and digital inclusion to say, has finally found the solution to financial inclusion. You notice that for the last 14 years of African economies, more than 647 million people have been included in a form of financial economic system through what we call, or what we popularly call, mobile money. So if somebody has borrowed money using a mobile phone, if someone has paid for food in the market, if someone has gone to an e-commerce platform and has paid using a digital payment solution, a card or anything, we are speaking fintech. But more so, fintech is broader. When you talk about cryptography, blockchain technology, and the innovation around it, when you talk about things like neobanking, When you talk about things like augmented technology, when augmented realities, AI, when you talk about all the things of automation and all that, we're speaking about making sure technology serves us. Studies that we have done, one of which we published in 2007, that was published again by DSMA for 2 years, proved that using digital financial services saved more than 5 million people about 12 million hours every single month. And this time could be used to do other things in your home, take care of children, do some bit of agriculture.
Because what you need is a click away.
Exactly.
On your phone. Tap.
Exactly. And now here we are. Fintech and whatever you're consuming, whoever is trying to pay for your car today, whoever is trying to pay for utilities like water, whoever has paid school fees using mobile money or mobile banking, you are welcome in our home.
Yes.
Fintech is that broad.
Innocent Kaoya, the CEO of High People. Now that you've actually shone a light on the background of where we've come from, let's take a look a little about where we are right now, the status quo. On Monday this very week, Innocent Kaoya, you actually expedited the 40 days 40 Fintechs campaign. What is it all about, and what do you intend to achieve?
Well, I'm very thankful to God and the partners that believe in making sure our approach of business to consumer keeps going. Our story has been very consistent as High People. As you've seen, our models of operation have always been build the one that is bigger, closer, and can serve more people so that the spirit of effect is more. We've done it in music. We've empowered thousands of musicians. They have empowered millions of people. And when we came with 40 Days for the Fintechs initiative, an initiative that is run under High People's Include Everyone program, our thoughts were very simple. We are a fintech ourselves, but our fintechs have not been given enough exposure. Exposure in forms of publicity and in form of understanding new technologies that can help them serve the people at the bottom of the pyramid better. So 40 Days for the Fintechs, we're thankful to God. When we thought about it, it made sense to everyone we talked to. And here we are with season 2. And we are saying that 40 Days for the Fintechs is shining a spotlight on prime stories in financial technologies that are changing millions of lives.
Let's focus on season 2. What happened in season 1 and what do you hope to build on?
Well, season 1 was beautiful and very amazing.
I remember.
We had 41 out of 40.
Yes.
We had an additional one fintech participating.
That's how great it became.
Yeah, that's how great it became. And what happened is, a few months later, I did proclaim things and mention things and predicted a lot of things. One time I met a friend of mine. She works with Yo Uganda. And I told her that because 40 Days for the Fintechs is here, you're going to be promoted because you're playing a great role in serving the people at the bottom of the pyramid. And when she told me the story of what happened to her after and how much promotion she got, I was like, wow, this is very personal. But on a broader perspective, for an industry and the sector perspective, we registered more than 15 of the 40 Fintechs saying that after being a part of 40 Days for the Fintechs, they need not only get so much exposure, but their profit margins improved with very good percentages. And that is one of the things we want to make sure we do. Because as we support innovation, as we support young creators and innovators, one of the things we need to make sure we do is we create an ecosystem, an environment that allows them to earn some margins, profit margins in that sense, that help them keep operating. Otherwise, if we're not able to do that, then that means that the innovators will be frustrated. They will leave anytime soon. So we are excited that besides the many things, the very great hype, the exposure, the great introduction, we introduced all the fintechs that participated to emerging tools and technologies and frameworks like Level 1 Project Principles. We introduced them to Moja Loop open source software, one of the best solutions that helps any creator, governments, regional governance bodies to create instant payment switches that allow to have everyone plugging into a switch and allow easy exchange and transfer of payment very easily. So the first season was all about that. It was beautiful. Everyone, I can say every one of the participants was and is still thankful.
So you did register some 15 companies. What happened to the 25?
The 25, the 26 didn't have so much of profits and all that because the majority of them were startups, I should say.
Yes.
But these others made really good profit. The others also kept surviving, which was very important.
Will they be part of season 2 also?
Yeah, of course, of course. I remember some time back, Pope Francis mentioned that last year was very, very important for us to survive. anything else would happen. But as long as we are alive, we should be thankful to God.
Indeed.
So we're thankful to God that the fintechs are alive. They're excited. They still believe that high people should be their driver for a long period of time.
Let's talk about what might kill the fintechs. The 12% tax on data. Do you think it might have a very bad impact?
Well, the tax on data, I will mention. One, we have had a win. Over the top tax OTT is out. He's been kicked out. I think we gave it a knockout. Indeed. And I would be very glad to celebrate, and I would urge everyone to shake a bottle of water and celebrate to having OTT away. I mean, we said, we talked to the regulator, we talked to our leaders, the ministers, all the time, and we were urging them to rethink OTT. To rethink mobile money taxes, because they threw away people from using some of these services, and they did listen then. Now we have a tax.
Yes, we opened the door, the hyena was let out, and then we brought in a lion.
Well, why I would say that now the tax is now easier.
It's going to devour everyone.
You know, it's easier for us to negotiate now.
How?
Why? One reason. The OTT thing and all the taxes were taking a lot of time. One of the important values of digital financial services is they should be time saving. So if you're not able to save time using digital financial services, then I have no reason to use them. I mean, you spend 2 minutes paying for OTT of 200 every single day. So in a month, you spend about 64 minutes or more of your time trying to pay government. Now that is out. And now we are going to table a discussion with our stakeholders, the telecommunication companies, the ISPs, internet service providers. And now the discussion is going to be, internet is still expensive. Can we negotiate with them? Can they contribute to our tax? For instance, if we can pay half of it as the users and the telecoms pay that. I mean, we have to get on those tables, and we know they shouldn't run away from us. The telecoms, MTN, Airtel, and the other ISPs, we are coming to you now.
Because at the end of the day, if your businesses are thriving, you're going to be contributing to this economy by paying your taxes, your fair share.
Exactly. So instead of throwing away the youth, the women, the children that are learning from home now, I mean, when the child loses 30 MBs out of 100 because they have to pay tax, they don't get the same education. So we are back. It's not a battle, neither is it a war.
It's not only on the internet, but also mobile money and many of these
all
other
things. We are going to sit, we are going to convene people, we are going to have workshops, and we will agree to disagree and later disagree to agree.
But guess what? The government is saying we need money. We need to raise some 21 trillion Uganda shillings through these taxes.
Well,
would that be some trouble?
I wish the Minister of Finance was watching today, Honorable Matia Kasaija. I would mention to him that there is a bigger cake in ensuring that more people are included. If at all we are running 1 billion transactions every single day where there is tax and all that, if you're allowed to have 2 billion transactions, be sure you'll have more taxes. And importantly, when you talk about foreign direct investment and all that kind of things, what taxes like this deter is they stop things like people investing in small currencies. Someone is in the UK and they're willing to support someone's business every month with 20,000 shillings. So if there are taxes, they will rethink having to transfer remittances. And as for us innovators, especially for the fintechs, of course, we've been having a number of challenges from regulation. There was a National Systems Payment Act of 2020 that was instilled, and it's been a bit of challenge for our players. I mean, all those other challenges that many people don't talk about, but we are getting on the table.
Innocent Kawaii, before I let you go, we are in a lockdown. This is a reality that so many of my people are grappling with as we actually continue to grapple with 88,194 cases of COVID-19 under this curtailed lockdown, which actually warrants that you do not move from one district to another. So meaning people are largely relying on your fintechs. How are some of your fintechs you are working on helping such people?
Well, now it can never be better time than this time to actually have 40 days for the fintechs. Because we're now even driving it even more. We are telling everyone, look here, serve the people that you have to serve. The fintechs, each one of them we're urging is we want to let people know what they're doing so they can be of help. But importantly, even when I came in to stand for Lord Mayor with my theme, Digitizing Kampala, I have personally not gone off my thought and belief that digitization is the solution for driving successful economies in Africa and some parts of Asia. So today, I would urge everyone, use your MBs, your data, very meaningfully. the fintechs are available and they serve everything. Whether you want to buy food from a garden, whether you want to meet a farmer that is in Akapiripiriti and you don't want to meet them physically, you don't need to move. The good thing is that delivery vans are allowed to move and all that. Stay safe and keep home. Fintech is here to serve you. We are here to make sure that we make lives better for everyone, for our elders, our grandmothers deep in the villages, for the disabled people, for the young, for the women and all that kind of stuff.
And of course, fintechs are helping government, you know, rally citizens to adhere to the standard operating procedures. If they are not moving them, you're actually doing government a big service.
Well, I'll claim for an award one day from the president because we're doing this as a totally private sector-led initiative, and we wish to have the government support us as well.
In that regard. All right, Innocent Kawoya, with that conversation, we've come to the end, and thank you very much for coming through. Yes, we are busy.
Thank you, sir. It's always a pleasure being at NTV. So it's a beautiful thing to be here.
All right, fast forward, let's take you to the Uganda Wildlife Education Center. Yes, I do have my brother Stephen Mbide, who is already there right now, and he's going to be talking about the fact that the zoo might not be coping as we are anticipating during this COVID-19 lockdown. We want to get a situation analysis of what is happening at the zoo. How are they coping during this 42-day lockdown? James Musinguzi, the ED of UWEC, is going to be interacting with us. A very good morning once again, my brother Stephen Mbide. What's the latest? Look at those beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chimpanzees. Stephen Mbide, take it away.
Yeah, and of course, because today is the World